Again, I'm a graduate of the University of Georgia, and while I was there, I served as captain of the UGA majorette line. So I am a baton twirler, one of the few of us left. And this year I've really gotten to do a lot of great things in the community, but one of my favorite things that I've had the opportunity to do is be a part of the Coosa Valley Fair. That was my very first appearance as Miss Rome, and I have to tell you, I was not prepared at all for what was in store for me. And y'all laugh because you know what happens to Miss Rome when she goes to the Coosa Valley Fair. I walk in and the first thing they do is take me over to the petting zoo and put me up on a camel. So this summer, I'm going to be going to compete in the Miss Georgia pageant. And as a part of that competition, I'll compete in 4 areas: swimsuit, talent, evening gown, and interview. And so I really wanted a way to connect my personal platform, driving and road safety, to the Children's Miracle Network. So I created a coloring and activity book that is safety themed. And here's a copy right here. And I take it and have distributed it among all 6 Children's Miracle Network hospitals in the state of Georgia. Because I really found that kids, while they're staying in the hospital, need to have things to do. They like to have activities, and coloring activity like word finds, crossword puzzles are some of their favorite. So if you look, here's like an example of like a little picture they can color, a maze, help the school bus help the school bus get home safely. You know, Larry the safety bee is wearing his helmet on his bike. It really sends a message of safety to the kids, but also gives them something to entertain them and keep them occupied while in the hospital. At the age of 18, I survived a very serious car accident. I had just graduated from high school, and I was driving a friend home on the 4th of July. And I came to an intersection where I didn't have a stop sign, but the road that crossed mine did. And as I entered the intersection, a huge Ford truck came barreling through the stop sign and T-boned my car. And the impact of the crash caused my vehicle to flip and land upside down in a ditch. And I literally woke up after being unconscious for a few minutes and was hanging upside down from my seatbelt. But I walked away, I undid my seatbelt, got out of the car, stood up, and walked away from the crash. And I honestly believe that the reason I did is because I had my seatbelt on that night. Unfortunately, the driver of the truck that hit me was a 17-year-old boy, and he did not make the same decision. And while his car remained upright in the road with pretty minimal damage, he was ejected from his vehicle and he was instantly killed. And so the impact of this really sparked a passion in me to educate other teens about how preventable incidences like this are. Had that young boy been wearing his seatbelt that night, I truly believe that he would still be here. But you know, he didn't get a second chance. But I feel like if through the work I do with my platform and through the work I do with SAD, I can educate young teens, tell them my story, share my story with them, and hopefully they will think twice next time they get in the car, buckle up their seatbelt, not text, not talk on the cell phone and drive, and just really avoid these very preventable mistakes that many teens make behind the wheel because they're so inexperienced. I just want to reiterate again how important it is for, or how wonderful it's been for Rome, and how wonderful Rome has been this year in encouraging me and allowing me to get out in the community, to speak to your high schools, to speak to your elementary schools and your middle schools, to really be involved to spread this message, because this is something I'm so passionate about, and this is something that's very near and dear to my heart and that I will work at for many years to come. But I'm just so thankful for the opportunities I've had as Miss Rome, and I hope to make you all very proud this summer when I represent you at Miss Georgia, and just thank you again for having me here. Thank you.